before watching, if you want to see the clips in action before you actually watch the tutorial, be sure to skip to the timestamp shown in the description. Now to the video. Oh, and also, I'm unsure whether this is against the rules or not, so if you are thinking about doing this, I recommend that you do not. Hello everyone, this is my guide on how to make a very effective lac machine within Hypixel housing. So, first thing you need to do is check whether you have building perms. All you really need to do, when you're a player and you're not the creator, you'll see like a ghast here on the very far right thing in your hotbar. And when you open it up, you won't see as much, but I know you will have blocks. So what you will need is any source block. I'm just gonna pick whatever. You can basically just right click the ground. You're going to need, you can probably use a lever if you want. Redstone repeater, you need a chest. This is very important. And then you need a spincer. And you also need redstone and a coffee table. So you will also need an arrow, and usually by default you won't have access to, you know, pull one right out of your inventory because I'm pretty sure it's limited. So what you're going to need to do is ask the owner if they have an arrow that they can give you. Maybe just say you're trying to build a clock tower and you need something to act as the clock. That might work, but yeah. If you want to do a simpler method, you will also need a bow, but I don't recommend that because this method's much easier to set up if you think about it on terms of explaining to the creator. But what you will need to do is start off like this. Just make a 3x3 on the ground. And then leave maybe, you don't even need to leave. Right here will be where your furniture goes. And then, yeah, maybe go do something like this to make a staircase up. And I'll explain why once I get there. And just, you know, mirror the 3x3 on the floor. Like this. And then, after this point, just build around it. You know, I'm just doing this on the ground because a lot of servers are anarchy, meaning they'll basically give you building perms, except you can't fly and you can PvP, which makes it easier to do the arrow method, because 9 times out of 10 PvP servers will give you arrows. You don't need to be outside of it when you do it, because there's not, I mean, it's going to be covered up. You're going to be surrounded by other people doing other things, so you'll blend in pretty well. You just need to cover the core mechanism, because that's probably what people are going to be focusing on. This is kind of weird right here. At least there's a 3x3, and you don't really need, all you really need to do is just, what's that? Oh yeah, you do need that. But basically, yeah, just kind of cover it up a little bit. And then right here, this is like the top portion that you're going to be building on, because there's going to be 2 portions, so you can build it as high as you want. I'll just build it 3 blocks up then. Okay, so once you get here, do that. And then you're gonna build out just a little bit for the other method. Or not the other method, the other part. I'll explain the other method after this. Oh, who came in here? I don't even know. So once you're like this, that's pretty good. And then just make a roof. So like that, you've pretty much covered everything up really well. You have the core mechanism. Oop. Then you got this. So next step is to go down here and, you know, break the mirrored blocks and place the dispenser. And you don't really need that. I don't know why I put that there. I don't know why I did this. I'm just gonna put it back. But once you do that, you're gonna need to place it on the chest, and or it can be anywhere. You gotta put on replicate and edit contents, and then once they give you an arrow or multiple, I'll just say 16 is a good deal. Or I'll just get a stack then. For example, go edit. Dude, hopping blocks is like the most annoying song. I don't know why it keeps playing. You know what? Why is this the only one? So you just keep taking them out over and over and over and over, and then putting them back in, and then keep taking them out up until the chest is filled, which shouldn't take really that long. So all you're really doing is just spam clicking for a few minutes.
And this is a good amount. So once you do that,
you're just gonna take these out as much as you can and start filling up the dispensers.
Now around this point is usually when I get griefed, so make sure you say extra quiet about what you're doing. If someone asks what you're doing, then just say something. That's a pretty good excuse. I have no tips for that because I've only been playing on the anarchy servers where people just come in and grief you. But yeah, like I need more. And then
final one, let me check. Okay, so then you're gonna need to build this. Hopefully this works. There we go. Use the coffee table, or any other furniture, I should mention. Put that down there. Whatever, I can just put extra. Yeah, see how I filled that, that's good. Now the fun part. At this point, you're gonna get a little bit suspicious, so what I do recommend is... Wait, there's a guest? Who's this? What I do recommend is, if you want, you can build around it even more. But basically, at that point, you're ready. Now see, what this does is makes you insanely laggy. And my frames are dropping from like 200 to under 100 in less than a second, but as you see, this is very unpleasant, and not a lot of people will enjoy this. Maybe around a few minutes in, it'll get so bad that they can't even physically play at all. See, look, I can't even look normally now.
I used to have 400, but yep, see how bad it's getting right now? Here, let me just get this off real quick. See, look how laggy I am, just walking around. That's how efficient this lag machine is. And here's some
satisfying noises you're gonna get from me breaking these. Dude, I can't even see what I'm clicking. Oops. See, look how many arrows there are. And this thing isn't even fully down. So that's the first method. It's pretty simple. You just use the same thing for each one. The next method is even more simple, but you're gonna have to somehow convince the person you're talking to or convince the creator to give you a bow and an arrow. So, starting off again, just, I should have placed that after, but you basically just do this. And you're gonna use the same chest method, except with just a single chest because it doesn't really matter. And if your bow ever runs out, you can also put that in the chest because that also replicates it. Now, once you do this, you do that, then your chest will be filled at that point. Let's just say I took out that amount. Then when I get my bow and I do this, it works pretty well, but you need to fully charge your bow. Oh, I should actually go up one more. There we go, and then this works even better with multiple people because when you shoot full, it actually adds particles, and what those particles do is add even more stress to the CPU, I guess. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but that's just my guess. And my frames are dropping decently slow compared to the other one, but you know what? It still works. You do this until your bow breaks, and at that point their FPS will go from like 500 to maybe, I don't know, 120 or something. So yeah, you can also do that if you don't want to spend your time just a little bit more and make something like this. It's kind of funny just running around doing this. Yeah, see, there goes my FPS. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you for watching my horribly made video, which probably wouldn't be edited unless I did. So yeah. Anyways, here's some clips of me using the method in a server. Some of them weren't successful, but one of them definitely was, and I got banned from it. And now for my most successful clip, aka the one that got me banned from a free build server. Thank you for watching. This is definitely my best video yet, so feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the bell, because my upload schedule is probably worse than anyone else's in the world.